Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me. I'm Holly Vega, and I work for Military Home Base. We are a for-profit company here in Tampa Bay, but our company is owned by a military spouse and a military brat who created this company to help our military community. But we also have a big portion that is with the philanthropic and bringing awareness or helping, like when hurricanes happen, we collect donations and supplies and for our military community. So with the government shutdown, as you know, we are on day 9. Actually, the Coast Guard are not getting paid. There are about 41,000 coasties that are being affected by this, but it's not just them. It's other employees and everything that are being affected. And I think that's like around 800,000. I saw somewhere the numbers, and that's staggering. That's very heartbreaking. We wish that we could help everyone. We all have big hearts and want to help. Unfortunately, that's hard for us to do, being a small spouse company. However, we are allowing our beautiful coasties have a voice because they are doing some amazing things in each state or every area. They are districted differently than we are, like with the Marine Corps. So it's trying to learn. Their districts are actually very wide of where they support. And today we're talking with Kim White. We are today finally being able to talk about Tampa and the great things they're having in Tampa. Trying to start a food pantry is not very easy. You cannot just start one on base. There's a lot of logistics, legal things in order for that to happen. So Kim and a bunch of other coastie spouses and the different organizations that are there work very hard to get these pantries started. So I'm going to hand it over. Kim is going to tell you some fun facts of what the coasties do for us here in Tampa, because they do a lot in the Tampa Bay area. And then she's going to tell us about the couple of food pantries that are available. So in case you want to donate, volunteer, and give back, then she has that information. Good morning, Kim.
Good morning. How are you, Miss Holly?
I'm good. It's warm weather now in Tampa today.
It is. It's nice. I like
Yeah,
it.
me too.
Yeah. Well, thank you for giving me this experience or this opportunity to spread the word because there's everywhere I go every day, there's people that don't even have an idea that there's a shutdown, let alone that part of their military, that the coasties are not getting paid. And when they say, I've had people come to me and they're like, what do you mean you're not getting paid? I'm like, as in it was zero in the deposit this week or this month.
Right.
So thank you for allowing us to kind of spread the word a little bit.
No, thank you for allowing us to share those beautiful words that y'all are sharing.
Yeah, yeah. You asked me some crazy facts about the Coast Guard.
Yes, teach me, educate me, because there's lots of things I don't know.
One thing that I think is very interesting because people think, oh, Coast Guard's big, small, whatever. We have less Coast Guard members than the New York Police Department has as in total. So there are less Coast Guard members than there are New York Police Department officers. So we, with those few numbers, we protect over 100,000 miles of waterways and borders and do search and rescues and drug interdictions. People don't realize that the Coast Guard does as much in the way of drug interdictions that we do. I think, oh gosh, going for stats. I think in 2017, so obviously 18, those stats aren't out quite yet. It was 455,000 pounds of just cocaine. And
Wow.
I don't know that we even do, because they either think of Coast Guard, well, they check life jackets and they go search for us when we're lost out of the water.
That's not what they do.
I've heard that so many times over the years, and I'm like, no, there's so many more things. Did you know that we have cutters that go way up and break ice up so that they make it safe for other vessels to get through? And there's just so many more things that the Coast Guard does. Holly, do you know on average, how many lives are saved by the Coast Guard during just a normal day, a search and rescue?
No, but I can imagine it has to be high because here in Tampa, we're surrounded with water. And people get, going out thinking they're joyriding or having fun out in this beautiful, the Mexico Gulf water, which is great. I can imagine that, and we're the state capital for lightning. It's always a tropical storm, so I can imagine the numbers that got behind. So share with me.
Yeah.
Give me
Well,
the
just search and rescues. This does not include hurricanes and storms
okay.
and things of that nature. There's 45 cases every day that are
Wow.
rescue related, and at least 10 lives saved every day. So that's an average. So obviously some days are more and whatnot, but
The average.
that's big.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah, yeah,
And
45.
what people are not realizing is that your spouses are still doing that. They're still doing their job. They're not getting paid. And I don't know too many people who would say, well, I'll go to work every day, but hey, I'm not going to pay you.
And the
But
cool
our
they're
service
going.
members are actually doing it and doing it with pride, and they're working hard. And
I
I
have
tell
found, let's see, I've been now 14, 15 years in the Coast Guard with my spouse, and I have found no other group that are have servant hearts more than the Coast Guards. Like these coasties are normally the ones that are, even though we haven't been in your community for very long, we just dive in and we are the first to give, and we're the coaches for Little League and Girl Scouts moms and all those type of things, because we just have servant hearts. We want to give. We want to give. And those guys, I've heard so many stories the last few days about people that are like, yeah, we're going to work and it's okay. Like this is what we signed up for. This is what we do, and we're gonna go do our job. So and they're okay with it, which is amazing to me.
I know some people say, why are y'all smiling so much? You would think that we're crying. No, that's not how military spouses work. It's not how our military service members work. There's things that happen that's out of control, but you can either cry and sit down and do nothing, or you can stand up and rise and smile and do everything.
Yep,
And that's
exactly.
what we do, right?
That's
You
right.
just keep rolling with the punches. So tell me, what are we doing here in Tampa? Because y'all are doing some great things. I'm seeing it on Facebook everywhere.
Yeah. Well, it was so, well, like you said, there was definitely some red tape to get through.
Right.
As a member, you're not, allowed. There's all sorts of rules and whatnot. However, we have been able to bless a lot of people because we have been blessed. We've had such a great backing by the community. There is a food pantry both at St. Pete, the sector St. Pete, and as well as the air station. So we had the sector St. Pete has been open every day, like 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whenever you need to get in there, they've been able to do it. And because of people's donations and blessings, that we've just been able to keep it stocked, which is fantastic. And Air Station has started, and they're the same way. And it's been very humbling because
Yeah.
coasties are like, I don't need it yet. I don't want it. I'm not going to take it. And I was there for a number of hours over the weekend, and families would come in and they'd fill like this little tiny bag of groceries, and we were like, no, you need more. Like, you can take more. It's here. This has been donated for you. Please take it. And because of a Coastie servant heart, they were just like, nope, we need to make sure that there is enough for everyone. And it's just hard. It's just, yeah. It's really
So if
special.
anybody wants to donate things like, what are you accepting? Laundry detergent,
Anything you can think
so
of.
hygiene gear, non-perishable items, correct?
Yep, hygiene stuff, diapers, canned goods, pastas, peanut butter, bread. Um,
So if they're non-military and they're trying to get onto the installation so that they can get this to the right people, tell me, how do they do that?
so they can go, and we'll post the addresses or whatnot, but they can go straight up to the guard station and say, "Hey, I have donations," and they will take it right off your hands and get it right where it belongs.
And this again is at both the air
Either way,
station
yep,
for Coast Guard
Yep, yep,
And
absolutely.
we'll provide those addresses.
And then there's also, if if you don't want to go shopping or whatnot, we'll post the link for the Suncoast CPOA, which is the Chief Petty Officers Association, has a link where you can donate gift cards or donate directly to them. And the cool part about that too is that it literally will go straight from a supervisor to someone who needs it immediately.
That's great to know because a lot of people are leery about that. Like they just don't want to give a gift card because they don't know where it's going. And you're telling them it's exactly going to a supervisor straight to the hands of the people that they know are in need basis first.
Yeah, yeah.
And what a lot of people don't realize is that the government shutdown came into effect really, is it 31 days ago?
Yes.
Yeah. They
Just
did
for
get
this
funded for the first paycheck, but this came up around Christmas time where everybody was worried. Was it going to happen? Is it, we're getting paid. Y'all did find funding to get paid, but then you officially did not get paid 9 days ago. And there is no light at the tunnel yet because no one knows how long this is going to go on, correct?
That's the hard part is because we've been told to dig in. I was just told again this morning, like the next two paychecks are highly doubtful. Next two paychecks, we missed one. Next two paychecks, highly doubtful. And we've been told to dig in, and I think that's where the stress level comes in for all these families because they're like, when's this going to end? If this was just, if we knew we were only missing one, people would be like, okay, there we go. This is
Right. And then that's when you do sometimes have the savings or you have other options. But when you start missing more than one paycheck, that's a little scary.
it hits home, especially for our junior guys who they haven't been in the service long enough to build up a savings or to even know to have a savings, let alone
Right.
you know.
And then geographically, in some areas, we've had things to happen, and you take your savings out to fix, when the hurricane happened, you're fixing different things around your house. Your savings kind of go medically. I mean, I know that you have mentioned some stuff with me, like medically, things happen, and you're dealing with that. There's other people who are dealing with that, so you can't say that your savings should just be all prepared. I don't think anyone's prepared for their boss to come in and say, "Well, you're going to still work." And you're going to work hard, but hey, I'm not going to pay you.
Right. And most people wouldn't show up if that was the
No,
case. They'd be
they
like,
won't. But you don't have that choice.
we don't have that
Mhm.
choice, and we need to make sure that our guys and our families are very well taken care of.
Yeah,
That they don't have to, when they do go to work and they are going out on the water and still doing lots of search and rescues right now. It's very active right now in search and rescues,
yeah.
and so the guys that are doing that, they don't have to worry about food on the table at home. So these donations have been so
A
super.
blessing.
So yeah,
Right.
and
A
it's
blessing.
been if any good has come from this, it's to see all these wonderful stories and the acts of human kindness that have come. And when I was leaving the other day, this lady, she blessed my heart because she had this little hatchback and it was just full packed, and she just stopped right there at the guard station, and she was unloading stuff. And I said, I stopped and rolled down my window and I was just like, hey, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you so much for loving on us Coasties. And it's just wonderful that you're doing that.
You're going to be having me cry on a Wednesday here.
She came, she came up to me and she was like, girl, and she had, I mean, I'm not going to say an age, but she was older, and she was like, girl, oh my gosh, I just sounded like you, Holly.
You
Sorry.
sound like me. I'm rubbing off on you. Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. This is how this lady seems. She's like, girl, I was military before I was even born, and then I was military my whole life, and I am a sailor now to this day, and I know that you coasties would have my back on that water, and that's why I go out on that water. And so now, while you guys are struggling on land, we need to help you because she knows that we would have your back on the water. And that just, I mean, it speaks volumes. And I
I
can
know,
tell
like,
you, I can sit here and tell you stories and stories. And, you know, yeah, I just, it's been amazing. It's been very stressful. It's been very hard to see people that are struggling. At the same time, I had a lady call and she's like, "I just ran out of gas. I don't know what to do." Like I had to decide to pay my pay for a copay on a doctor's visit, or I had to do gas, and I thought that I'd have enough, but she didn't. And so here she is, and It's
Yeah.
just sad to me that people are having to make those decisions.
Those decisions.
These are the people that, you know, are used to giving and blessing and volunteering that are having to go in and kind of hum, you know, I mean, it's humbling and ask for help. So my encouragement is if you know a Coastie anywhere in the U.S., reach out to them. Even if maybe they're a neighbor 10 houses down and you barely know them, just reach out to them, let them know that you're thinking of them, that you know what's going on, that you, and if you can do something to help, great. But just let them know that they're not alone, because I really, that's what I keep hearing people feel like right now as we're so far into this thing. Like, man, we're alone, and just reach
Not
out
at
to
all.
them
You're
and
right.
know that they're not alone. And
Yeah. Okay. So our girlfriend Stacy has said that we should have coffee since you're talking about that. So you know, Kim, you're not alone. I picked this cup with a little owl because we both have daughters and they both play softball.
do, yes, yes.
That's how I'm helping this morning is, you know, talking to my Coastie girlfriends and letting them share what's going on in their area and how they are being the light, as our other girlfriend Stacy has made a, you know, hashtag be the light everywhere.
I love it.
I know for us in Tampa, if you're here, I cannot say when you move, it's very hard on your children. And to be able to go to a school that is understanding and loving. So my daughter's school, as of Monday, they started yesterday with collecting donations from our school. So if you are part of with the element, you know, school with a PTA or PTO, you know, reach out to them and say, hey, can we do something? Can we help? You know, collect items. I'm sure for even for you can go to like there's Hopes of Seeds here. There's different organizations that would accept those donations too if you're wanting to help on a broader scale. But for us, our school, my daughter's school, Lethia Springs, I have to give a shout out. Mr. Martin is a fabulous principal. Our PTA reached out to me. I'm on the board, so I never felt like I should like push my convictions on him. But my president of our PTA reached out to me. We did a Facebook Live to talk about this. That as of yesterday, we started collecting goodies. Friday, we have a trivia night. So we've asked everybody who comes to bring stuff. We'll give them spirit sticks. Woo! Kids love spirit sticks, right? Give them a little spirit sticks for helping. And then I'm going to get with Kim.
Yay.
Because we hope to load up both First Suburbans, load it down with supplies. So, you know, I highly encourage, that's another way of helping is getting with, you know, a nonprofit organization, Netted Spouses Club at McDill. They were helping, you know, another Coastie try to collect supplies. And those are things that you can do if you don't have monetary funds, but you have that, or you can reach out and ask, how can I volunteer? Because I'm sure, Kim, y'all need hours. I mean, you need people to man those hours that you're there, because you just said you open up from 8 to 10 at night.
Yeah, yeah. So
Wow, long hours. So that means you need help.
they are, yeah, they're really filling a lot of hours, and the spouses have just been yeah, fantastic getting together and figuring out how it all can work. And the puzzle is big, but it's coming smaller because of all the help hands.
And then Kim, and we're going to post a link so that you can give gift cards for gas cards, Walmart cards, correct? Those are the two.
Those are the two big things right now. Absolutely.
Yeah, help that way they can get gas and that. And then I have to, you know, always say that the American Legion, if you want to give monetary, you know, funds, go to the American Legion, give it to them because they're giving it straight to the Coasties. It's a grant form. It's not a loan. But there are other organizations out there and companies that are doing loans that are interest free. So, you know, if that's what you choose, reach out there because at least it's interest free.
Right.
But with the American Legion, you're not having to pay it back. And if you are going to go through more than one paycheck of not being able to get money back, that's better to get a grant.
Yeah.
I know because I have school loans. It's better to get a scholarship and a grant than to take out the loan.
Right.
You have to pay that back. And right now you're having to worry about missing maybe possibly 3 paychecks. That's a lot. That's a lot to have to pay back. So kudos to our American Legion. Big hugs from military spouses who believe in grants.
Yes.
And thank you, Kim, for coming on and talking to me this morning and sharing what you Coasties are doing here in Tampa Bay. You are amazing. Big hugs from me to all of you. And if you need to be able to pass any more information, keep giving it to me. We'll keep updating this so that if anybody here in Tampa have questions, just, reach out to, what was the organization again, Kim? Because I'm a tongue twister. I will mess it up.
It's the CPOA, which stands for Chief Petty Officers Association, who have been absolutely countrywide fantastic in this crisis that we're kind of going through. So you can go, we'll post a link, but you can go right on our district or whatnot is called Suncoast CPOA, and we can go right on there and you can donate super easy, super fast, and more than appreciated because it's needed right now. It really is.
Is there an email too that if people have questions, then they can email someone? You can give me that.
Yep,
That
we can do that too.
I won't know anything. I say reach out. I would love to talk to you because I'm a talker, but I can't in that way. However, I can get the resources from Kim and then pass them on to you.
Yes, absolutely. I'm happy to do that.
Well, thank you, Kim. I'm drinking my coffee, my little hoo-hoo owl on behalf of our daughters who play, softball here in Tampa Bay. My daughter's the first year. Your daughter is a little pro.
Oh yeah, well, when you have an older sister, it seems to just kind of follow suit, right?
Right, and goes, yes. I have 3 kids, but they're totally different. So, but yes, I do know that a lot of children, it follows between the siblings. So I wish you the very best. I look forward to seeing you. And hopefully maybe this Friday will be too much stuff for my Suburban so I can pass it on. But if not, our drive here at Lethia will be February 3rd. So I get to give you big lovin's and a bunch of goodies to give to everybody else.
I'm so thankful. Thank you so very much from all of us Coasties. And we really, really
thank you. Thank you for letting me love y'all.
All right.
Okay. Thank you again for joining Holly Vega with Military Home Base. And we will talk to you tomorrow and Friday.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.